I have a leftover bone from my Christmas ham, and we are going to make the 15 bean soup. And we are just going to use the recipe on the back. So what we got here is I got one of these bags. I used one bag that I soaked overnight and rinsed and soaked overnight, and then rinsed them again, and they are already in the crock pot. Then we got one onion, a can of diced tomatoes, and I used the fire roasted diced tomatoes here. We're going to use those. A little bit of lemon juice, some garlic, and some ham, and the seasoning pack that comes inside the bag. So that's all we're going to do. We're just going to basically follow this recipe. Well, this is my ham left over. It's got quite a bit of meat on it, really. But we're going to throw that in the crock pot with the ham. We're going to put our onions in there. And we are going to put 8 cups of water in there. Now, a while back ago I did some dried, I made my own barbecue, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue baked beans, and I didn't add the barbecue sauce to the end, but I never really explained why you don't do that. And one of my viewers tried the recipe and they added it to the beginning when they were cooking the beans, and you're not supposed to do that. And the reason you don't do that is because your beans won't get tender. So you don't want to put any salt, extra salt in this, or tomato-y things, and let your beans get fully cooked before you add those things. And then you have nice tender beans. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for you. So I need 4 more cups of water. And that's really about it for now. We're going to put it on low. We're going to cover that and let that cook probably for about, since that hock is frozen, or that ham bone is frozen, probably about 6 to 8 hours. But basically until my beans are tender. So I'll see you when I get back, and I'll let you know how long it took. Okay, so we cooked this 8 hours. And I'm going to fish this bone out, which is falling apart, tender now. And we're going to take the meat off of that. There's the other bone here. There's quite a lot of ham on that. So we're going to take this meat and shred it. And I'm going to try and remove as much of the fat as possible. If I see any fat in there, we're going to take it out. Now, we're never being a ham, we're not going to get all this fat out. Ain't no way. But we're going to try and do our best. See, this fat just rolls off if you get down to the layer of it. We're just pulling that all off. And we're going to still have a little bit of fat in this, but not as much as it originally had. Alright, that's pretty much all fat and junk there. We'll give that a good stir. I'll get my 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. I'll dump that in the beans. About 1 clove of minced garlic going in. Let's see, the recipe calls for, on the bag, calls for juice of 1 lemon. Now I got some real lemon juice here. I guess we'll put, I don't know how much of this is one real equivalent to a lemon, so let's go 1, 2, about 2 tablespoons full of lemon juice. Now it calls for 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of chili powder and the seasoning packet. Well, I inadvertently threw away the seasoning packet on this when I was cleaning up last night, so we're going to season it differently. We're going to go to my go-to favorite seasoning in the whole world, which is Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning. And we're going to put we're going to skip the chili powder and skip their seasoning packet. So I'm going to put 1, 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. Let's give that a mix. Alright, so I've let this cool down after last night cooking for 8 hours. So we're going to put this on high just to bring that back up to temperature and let all that seasoning get hot in there. Make sure I'm not missing anything. We're not missing anything, so I'm going to put that on high probably for about an hour. Let that get up to temperature and really heat up. So I'll see you in an hour, and then we'll try. Oh no. Then what I'm going to do after that, after bringing this up to temperature and cooking it for about 30 minutes, I am going to stick the crock pot in the fridge overnight and skim off the fat off the top of the what comes to the top. So next time you see this, we'll be skimming that off, I think, and then trying it up. I'll see you then. Okay, that has set in the fridge overnight, and look at all that fat on the top. So we are going to scrape that off, and all that flavor is going to get thrown away. Just like that. Okay, so now we need to put about 2.5 pounds of bean soup per tray. I'm looking to get 3 trays. hopefully out of this. We might go with 2 pounds. We'll just see. What 2.5 looks like here. Yeah, I should have enough. There we go. That's 2.5 pounds. Let's spread that out. Like such. Then we're going to divide that into 10s with my dividers. Like that. And let's fill 2 more trays and I'll be right back. Alright, that's 2.5 pounds there, and I just got just a little bit left in my bowl, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it. It'll be a little bit heavier this plate. This one tray. But we might as well use it all. And there you go. 3 medium Harvest Right trays full of 15 bean soup ready to go in my freezer. We'll get this frozen solid, and once it's frozen solid, we'll fire up the freeze dryer and transfer it over to the freeze dryer and get it freeze dried. Next time you see it, it'll all be coming out. I'll see you then. And there we have it. 40 plus hours, which is my standard run into my freeze dryer to my likings. And we have freeze dried 15 bean soup. So I am going to just get on with this and start packing it. And I think we're going to put 3 squares. 3 of these squares seem to be a good meal in each pouch. Like that. And I'll see you in a minute once we get this all bagged up. Okay, so I got those all in the bag. Let's open up our 300cc O2 absorbers. We're going to drop one of those in each bag, ziplock it shut as we go. That. And I do find that sometimes it's easier to like just give it a quick crumble so everything fits in there a little bit nicer before you put your O2 absorber in there. And I'll see you when I get these all ziplocked shut. Alright, there we go. Got it all bagged up, all zipped shut. 300cc O2 absorber. Let's get my sealer warming up. And we'll put a heat seal on that, and I'll be right back. And here we go, the last one. Now, we'll let this cool down, and then we'll come back and do a taste test. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I gotta do shopping today, so let's get this going. Put something in my belly so I don't spend as much money at the store. Let's get this rehydrated. Bean soup. Let's see what it came back like. Alright, John, where's your O2 absorber? Don't want to leave that in there. 300cc O2 absorber. There's my soup. Now, we put 3 squares, and my general rule of thumb, I put 1/4 cup per square to rehydrate. So we'll start out with that, but we might want to add a little bit more, being as how it's a soup. But I'll start out with 3/4 cup, which is 1/4 cup per square, and we'll see how that comes out. A little bit more. Alright, let's get that shut and do my standard 2-minute wait. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Alright, that's been 2 minutes. Give that a stir. And I think that's enough water in there, so once again my 1/4 cup per square has come out and worked well. Nice flavor. Alright, so let's zip that shut and wait 2 more minutes. Okay, while I wait for that 3 minutes or 2 minutes, let's just go over these bags that I get from topmylar.com. I first want to let everybody know that when I recommend these bags, I am not paid to recommend these bags. Occasionally, they'll send me a little coupon, but other than that, I don't get paid for it. I'm just recommending these bags because I really like them. They're 7 mil thick, and that's 7 mil on each side, so it's really 14 if you go by Amazon standards. And they are designed to hold boiling water. This is a small company, topmylar.com, or Pleasant Grove Farms, some people know them as. And they're a small family-owned company, and they make a high-quality bag. And a long time ago, I contacted them and asked them if I could offer my viewers a code, a discount code, so you guys could save a little bit of money and try their products out. And they did offer that. So this is what they call the single mil pouch. They make a double mil pouch, which is wider and taller. But these are great because the spoon, you can use them as a bowl, eat it right out of the pouch. And there's other companies out there that copy these bags, but Top Mylar says they're the original. They invented it. So I like to support them. So anyway, they have offered my viewers a code. So if you spend $50 or more on their website and use the promotion code BIBS, B-I-B-S, on checkout, you'll save $5, which is a nice little gift that they give to you for trying out their products. And as far as I know, that's still working. It's been going for quite a while, so if it's not working, somebody let me know. But save $5 on $50 or more. And they're just a great company, fast shipping, very pleasant to talk to, nice people. So that's been my 2 minutes at least. So let's get this going. And like I say, you can see I could eat this straight from the pouch. Boy, that looks good. But for my videos, I always like to show my viewers what the product looks like dished up. So look at that. Does that look good? I'm telling you, it smells absolutely gorgeous. Let's get all that goodness out of that bag. And let's see what it tastes like. You ready? I'm going to go ahead and add another 1/4 cup because the seasoning on that is a little bit strong. Saltiness. So it needs to be a little bit more soupy, I think. Everything tastes good. Just real, I could taste this salt in it. I gotta watch my salt intake anyway, although I haven't reduced it here by adding water, but I'm conscious of salt. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is good. Now, let's talk bean texture. The beans have come back really well. I wouldn't say they're perfect in that 4 minutes, but they're not bad. The ham is perfect. What you got on beans is a skin, and the moisture's got to work its way through the skin and back into the beans. So you get a little bit, a very tiny bit of dryness in the center of those beans, especially the bigger ones. And the smaller ones came back perfect. It's just these big red, probably kidney beans. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are totally edible. It's just you got a little bit, I don't know what to say, powdery in the middle. Full of flavor though. I definitely wouldn't turn my nose up at it in a survival situation, let me tell you that. This is really good. I love that slap your mama seasoning, and it has really put a kick to this. Oh yeah, that is good. What more can I say? A piece of meat there, just see what that tastes on its own. Perfect. Only thing would go better with this is a piece of cornbread. And of course, if you wanted to, you could freeze dry you some cornbread muffins. Put those away, and you open up one of those muffins and crumble it up in there, and that would be delicious. Kind of like a cornbread crouton. When I was in England, I used to go fishing with a guy that came from, what was the name of that country? It was I can't remember, it's west of Russia. Anyway, he had a real Slavic accent. I called him Polish John, but he wasn't Polish. I can't remember the name of the country. But anyway, he had a funny way of saying croutons, so I always remember when I think of croutons, I say it the way he said it, which is croutons. Oh yeah, good croutons. So cornbread croutons would be great in this. Man, you're going back in history there, John. That's like 20 years ago. Don't think time flies. as I'm going along, these beans are getting softer in the middle anyway. Oh yeah, this is so good. I'm calling this another great success by John and Bibbs, let me tell you that. I polished that off, that was delicious. So, another one for the food storage for you. 15 bean soup with ham by John and Bibbs. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.